You never want to make this error when you're performing a heavy press or a heavy challenging set of presses. Now, of course, hopefully this goes without saying, but let's say it anyway. But this means also that if you don't want to do it during a heavy press, you also don't want to do it during a light set, right? As part of a warm-up set either, right? What mistake are we talking about making? Well, first of all, let's talk about the style of press that we're discussing. You'll notice in these videos here, you're seeing that we're using a dynamic style of the press. This style of press is ages old. You go back into 1972 and prior when the clean and press was still part of weightlifting, also known as Olympic weightlifting. You'll see lots of videos of this dynamic style of pressing, and you'll notice that it uses the hips. It uses the hips for a couple of reasons. Number one is the hips move forward, the head moves backwards, you clear a nice path for the bar to travel in, but also as the hips move forward, you get a nice little dip. You get a spring out of the bottom, you get a throw, if you will. But in the words of, I believe, Uncle Ben from Spider-Man, with great power comes great responsibility. You'll notice that it used to be in the Olympics. What do you notice about the Olympic lifts? They are explosive and they are very, very bar path dependent. If you're out of the groove by even a little bit, you're going to miss that snatch, you're going to miss that clean, you're going to miss that jerk, and likewise, you're going to miss the press. So the error that we're talking about is the error of pressing forward. If you are out of the groove even a little bit, that's going to be the difference between getting the lift successfully and not getting the lift successfully. Now, usually this error comes about in one of two ways. So we're going to cover both of these ways as well as some cues and some fixes for both of these problems. The first error is that, or the first way to commit this error rather, is that of allowing the elbows to drift backwards. When you reach forward with your hips, and before that even, you want to set up with your elbows slightly in front of the bar. You'll notice that kind of sets your forearms up with this slightly up and back trajectory. Not much back, but your forearms are going to point up and slightly back because the elbows are slightly in front of the bar. You want to maintain that elbows slightly in front of the bar position as you reach forward with your hips. Yes, they are going to dip because the bar is going to dip a little bit, so your elbows are also going to dip. But when they dip, they should not drift backwards. So if you notice that your elbows are drifting backwards, you are probably also going to notice that you tend to launch that bar forward a little bit, especially when it gets heavy, especially in your work sets. So simply cue yourself elbows forward, or elbows stay forward, or even, this is a little bit exaggerated, but you can use this cue, lead with the elbows. In other words, keep those elbows way, way forward even as you reach forward with the hips. A second way to commit this error of launching the bar forward or allowing the bar to drift forward a little bit, and this is equally as common, is simply having kind of bad aim, for lack of a better way of putting it, all right? You need to aim backwards. So let's address three cues for how to fix this problem of bad aim. Number one is give yourself something to aim for. So you can tell yourself to aim for your nose or press it towards your nose. So that's cue number one. For this second way to fix this problem is aim for your nose. Another way is to cue yourself to aim backward. A little bit more general, but if aiming for your nose doesn't do the trick, you can just tell yourself to aim backward. Remember, your face is going to clear out of the way anyway. You're not going to hit your face because as your hips move forward, your head moves backwards. So you can aim for your nose, you can aim backward, or you can take advantage of the kind of throwing nature of this hip movement here, and you can tell yourself to throw it back every single time. As always, we hope these cues help you get stronger and live better.